Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you very much for joining me. This is November's whip and haul, and yeah, just basically general life update. It is pretty cold today. I've got make-believe fire on my TV. I don't know why, but it always makes me feel way more nice and cozy and warm. I do have fires on as well. I've got a fire like just beside me. It's one of those oil ones. But yeah, it is not cold, but it's wet. It's raining outside. It's a bit miserable. Clearly my internet is working because my TV keeps stopping, but yeah, that's another thing. So I've had a bit of an haircut. I've had my fringe put back in, or bangs as you guys call it in America. It was either that or Botox, and a haircut was a little bit cheaper. So I'm coming up to 40 on the December the 8th. It'll be my 40th birthday. So I'm in the 4s. I'm no longer in the 3s. It's really depressing. But you know what? Some people don't even make it to 40, so I'm not complaining. I've had a really good month. She says, trying to find her little book. Where have you put your book holes? Oh, there it is. Bear with. Oh my goodness. Right. I've got tendonitis of the elbow, and I think that's probably to do with stitching. I've had it which is crazy because you know what, it's not like I do 17,000 stitches a month, you know, sometimes I can only manage like 3,000 or 4,000. So I don't know how I got it, but the long and short of it is I've had it pretty much since my friend came over from England. When was that? Beginning of October. And it's not getting progressively worse. It's just driving me mad because it's just this constant chronic, like, not pain. I wouldn't call it pain. It's just an aggravation in my, it's like my radial nerve here. So I went to the doctor and, oh, I've got a hole in my top. Brilliant. I went to the doctor, and which I never do because I don't really understand the system out here. I do have insurance, but it just, yeah, it's so completely different and so confusing. Anyway, he had a look and he wanted to take x-rays, and I was like, well, my arm's not broken, clearly, because, like, you know, I'm fine, you know, I know if I've got a broken bone. But he was like, okay, if you don't want x-rays, that's fine. I was like, well, I think if anything, I need like a soft tissue, like MRI or something, you know, rather than a bone, like, you know, a radiograph. That x-rays can only pinpoint like bones, issues with bones. Anyway, so I was like, no, it's fine. It's just tendonitis. It's just come on. I haven't had it for like 3-4 years or anything. It's something that's been on for months. But, you know, in fairness, I also haven't stopped stitching. So if I had put down my stitching and given myself like a week off, maybe my arm, you know, would be fine. I haven't been riding either. My mare can be quite heavy in the hand. At least when you first get on her, she can be quite heavy in the hand until I start working her forward, and then she lightens. So that heaviness, that can also, she pulls on my hands, pulls on my arms. So I haven't been riding either because I didn't want to aggravate it. But yeah, so he gave me prednisone or something like that. Basically, his analogy, which is really, really good, because I was taking anti-inflammatories, but like ibuprofen over the counter and putting Voltarol on it and things like that. But obviously the over the counter ibuprofen's a bit rubbish. I think they're only 200 milligrams. And you know what? His analogy was really, really good. He said to me, imagine a forest fire and you're sat there with a fire extinguisher trying to put out this forest fire. That is what your ibuprofen is doing to your inflammation. Now imagine a forest fire and a load of helicopters connect together a big ocean in the air and then just drop the ocean on the forest fire and it puts it out completely. That was the analogy he used. That was where I've gone from non-steroidal anti-inflammatories, which are pretty low dose, to, you know, higher dose. So it has helped immensely. I definitely notice at night when I move, it doesn't wake me up now, because before I was like, oh my God. I obviously stepped on my arm funny and it really, really killed. The mornings and the nights are what was killing me. So I've got to wear this brace. It's kind of like a splint in the night. But what I am doing is I am wearing it in the day as well. So I'm wearing it day and night to try and immobilise, you know, all of the movement for the tendons up here. Now, this month I had to get my whip go done. I mean, I had to get it done. So I was like, right, okay, well, I'm going to compromise. I know really I need to kind of, you know, put my stitching down, which I will do. In the beginning of December, I'm going to have a week off stitching completely. But because I still had my whip go to do, I was like, right, just smash out the whip go projects, get them done, and then give yourself a break. So that's basically what I've done. But what I was doing is I was stitching with the with my thing on and with my left hand, pretty much my left hand. So that's not too bad. So what have I done today? Well, I on my last Stitch With Me video, I did say to you that I had 2 finishes this month. One you're going to expect anyway, which is my Bumblebee, which I finally got finished. The first and the second Stitch With Me is up. It is this project here, and I got this from Etsy. It's really, really pretty, and I am going to finish it like that as well. It's really lovely. I'm doing this on 28 count 2/2 with CXC threads. Actually, shall I tell you what I bought first? Okay, let's put the stitching to one side for a second, because I did buy a few things, but they're not anything crazy. I completely forgot that I haven't done my haul yet. Okay, so I was messaged by a lady called Ebony. You won't know who she is, so I hope she doesn't mind me using her name. And she's in England. She lives in Manchester. So we had a real nice chit chat, and it was really lovely for her to message me. And she wants to do a stitch with me. And you know what I'm like? I'm like the worst. If anyone says to me, oh, do you want to do a stitch with me? I'm like, yeah, go for it. You know, I've only got 37 bleeding projects going, but yeah, I'll do another project, don't worry. So she came across this company called Contemporary Cross, Modern Art for Modern Stitches. And bearing in mind I've just done the Bumblebee, she said to me that she would really like to do a project from this company, and the project she came up with, which I think is really beautiful, is this one here. It's absolutely lovely. I got the mini only because I just can't cope with any more bigger projects. I mean, the big project is about the size of my peony. So the mini is still 300 by 300. You know, it's still alternative reality size. And it's got 90,000 stitches and 81 colours. Now, I did some web diving, and I had a look at some of the other projects because I really love this kind of design and this style of artwork. And then I came across this one, and I was like, I love that, because I love the pink. I love bunnies. Bunnies are really cute. And I just think that would be beautiful. So yes, I bought that one as well. It's, again, the same size, 300 by 300. I got the mini version, 90,000 stitches. So these are probably going to be new starts in December. It's my birthday, so I need a December new start, you know, for my birthday. And I need probably a Christmas new start. So those two will be the two that I'll be starting in December. Yeah, so looking forward to that. So, right, back to my stitching. I look really pale. I don't know why. It's probably because I've got no makeup on, so I apologise for that. But yeah, the camera's not doing me any justice whatsoever. I do look slightly dead, so I'm really sorry about that. I am alive, I promise. So anyway, back to the Bumblebee. Etsy, this is from. Stitched this on 28 counts 2/2. Hang on, let me get another thing. Right, okay, so this is where you saw it last time. And this is where we are now. So it's an FO, it's not fully finished because I haven't done that yet. But we are all stitched. How cute is that? Really beautiful, isn't it? And I really do like the idea of popping it in the frame. I do have one of these hoops, so I might have to have a look and see, you know, where it is. I think it's in one of my boxes. But yes, see my first finish. Is that my finish? No, that's not my first finish of the year, is it? I finished a few. So I've done High Rules, His Name is Jesus. Now I've done the Bumblebee. So that's 3 finishes this year. I've always been someone who ends up like starting loads of projects but never actually finishes any, and it's really depressing. So yeah, that is the first one. The second finished, oh hang on, let me just tell you how many. Right, so I did 389 stitches, which was the remaining amount of stitches I needed to do, and I'm at 100%. So the next one you are not going to believe, and I almost can't believe it either. The next one I'm going to show you is, this was on my Whip Go. I had to do 2 bands. So that is Twisted Band Sampler by Northern Expressions. I got this on Etsy as well. And I had to do 2 bands on this one. But I did 4,016 stitches. And my darlings, we are finished. Oh, might be good if I do it the right way up. So I might have to go back for this one. Oh, hang on 1 second. Look at that. This has been done with Au Soir threads, the silk threads. Yeah, it's a pity you can't see it all. There we are. Au Soir. I just was loving stitching on this, and I just kept going and going and going, and I was like, do you know what, I've only got 2 more bands left, so I was like, I might as well just go for it. So it's basically from the green, it's all the blue and the purple bands. That's what I finished. Look at it, and it's stunning, absolutely beautiful. This is stitched on 28 count 2/2. So I have another finish. And I thought, you know, why not? Because then I can just get that off my Whip Go and I can get it done and dusted. And we are done and dusted. And I do need to at some point sort out framing that one as well. So yeah, but it's beautiful and I love it and I'm very proud of myself. But yeah, I did 4,016 stitches to get that finished. I'm not surprised I've got bloody tennis elbow or repetitive strain injury as they call it, because I was like, yeah, trying to get it all done. Okie dokie. Right, the next one, I'm just going to do it in the order that I've got down here. I'm going to show you is Alternative Reality. Yeah. So I had to do 500 stitches of this one. It's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and it's by Josephine Wall. Artworks by Josephine Wall. I'm stitching this one on 18 count 2/1. 18 count 2/1. So this is where you saw it last month. And really shouldn't put things up with my bad arm. I need to really get one of those bobbin bobbies on here. This is where I'm at now. Now, primarily, I worked on this side, and as you can tell, I'm doing the step by step, and I think that's what I'm going to do going forward. So The reason I kind of did this area here is because I was rapidly running out of time and I needed some like bulk stitching. So literally I'm just going to do the same here. I'm going to come down one and then the same with this one and the same with this one. And I'm just going to go over the whole project. I might just stand up for this. So that it just, yeah, because at the moment, this is a page here, that's a page, and I think this is a page. So I've got sort of pages going on. And you know what, I really like it. I like how it looks when it's neat and stepped and things like that. So I'm kind of working the other way around. However, this is it from right to left, left to right, the whole size. So this is the size, pretty much, of, you know, the new projects that I bought. Yeah, it's lovely. I love the colours. I do love the colours on this one. So that's 18 count 2/1. My alternative reality. Oops. Pop that down there. So I did 529 stitches and I am at 15.57%. So that's not too bad, is it? 15.57. Yours. Okie dokie. So the next one I worked on, again, I went a little bit nuts with this one as well. Bear with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the next one I worked on is bookshelf. This is also in my whip go. I think I had to do, what did I have to do? This one. I had to complete colour 823, but it had already been completed. So then I completed 930 instead, which I did do. But then I carried on a little bit. I just carried on and I just did a bit more. So this is the project that I'm talking about. These are the Penguin Cloth Bound Classics. They're really, really beautiful books. I love them. And I've got all the Charles Dickens ones. I have all of the, who else? Jane Austen's, the Bronte sisters. Yeah, so quite a few. And I love Tess the D'Urbervilles as well. I've got that one. That's a really pretty book as well, Tess the D'Urbervilles. But yeah, so I absolutely love these books, and I think that's why I was kind of drawn to them. And I would like to put in like a reading room in my house. That would be really nice. So I thought that these look really nice in the reading room. So I did 1,425 stitches. I'm at 64.33%. And I did move this onto a frame instead of a Q-snap because I wanted to be able to see the whole thing, so I could just pick and choose which book I worked on. So I have moved it onto one of these frames. But this is where you saw it last month. And this is where we are now. And this has been stitched on 18 count 2/1. So primarily this book. This book here I think got a load of stitches. I think this book here got a load of stitches. I completely and utterly finished this one. I think it was missing one stitch. And I think this book here got a load of stitches. I can't really remember now. That's awful, isn't it? You can't even remember what you stitched on. But we're getting there. We are getting there. It's a really, really beautiful project, and I love working on it. So I'm hoping that this one won't take too long either. And I'll show you, I know obviously we don't need to worry about Whipgo boards really this month, but I have put my Whipgo boards together. So I will show you what I am doing come the new year. And you know, I'm going to lose this a second. It's driving me a bit mad. Oh, makes me itch. So, yeah, so I did 1,425 stitches. So my stitch count for the month was 10,467. Now that's unprecedented for me, considering I've got like loads of other stuff going on as well. So the next one I worked on was Story Keep Paris. This one came up on my Whipgo board. This is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Artwork is by Amy Stewart. Really pretty. I do love that. It's so pretty. So pretty. I'm stitching this one on 18 count 2/1. I moved this into a smaller, what do you call it? Q-snap. Just because, you know, I wanted to be able to be a bit more focused. Yeah, I feel like I did okay on this one. So on this one I did 1,198 stitches. This is where you saw it last month. And this is where we are now. So again, mostly in this area here. You know, I mean, it's just looking a bit better, isn't it? You know, we're going down. We're filling in all the other rogue stitches here. So that's being done. But yeah, it's coming together. And again, this is another one where I was like, I haven't really worked on this much this year. So let's just get some of this, you know, done. So all of my parked threads that I had up here, I brought down and I worked them all in. So that's kind of where I am with this one. But yeah, very pretty, isn't it? And I do have the bigger version of this one as well. But I'm not sure at this moment in time whether I am going to do it or not. I'm just not 100% sure. I have to pop that over there. Okay, the next one I did, which was not on my Whipgo board, but I just fancied doing it because I hadn't worked on it for a while either. And I do love working on this one. And this is Dahlia. This one, Yellow Dahlias, should I say. The artwork is by Heaven and Earth Designs. And it is by Carol Cavaleris. And it's just really, really pretty. I love this one. I did see this finished on someone's... on like Cross Stitch Unlimited, they put it on the Facebook group and I really loved it. So I decided like I really need to do that. So I purchased this one and I have been working on it a little bit, but not too much. And I thought I really, really want to work on this one. So on this one I did 1,100 stitches. I'm stitching this on 20 count 1/1. This is where you saw it last time. And these are all CXC threads, by the way. And this is where I am at now. Is it? Hang on. Nope, it's that way. I thought that looked a bit odd. Bear with 1 second. Yeah, let's get this like the right way up, holes. So that is where we are. 20 count 1/1. So this one's coming on along a little bit as well. Again, still sticking with the shape, you know, of it's the stepping, I guess you'd call it. But yeah, I really love this one. I love the colours. What was my full coverage fanatics this month? It was black, wasn't it? Oh, I've got another project to show you. Okay. Which I didn't... So, oh yeah, here we go. So I need to go and get that because there's one more project I need to show you. So yeah, this is Yellow Dahlias. Pretty, huh? Let me go and get that other one. Bear with 1 sec. Okay, I'm back. Right, I thought that I was missing a project because there's also, as well as doing Whip Go, I also do full coverage fanatics. So I was like, oh, I'm missing a project. So the next one I worked on was this one here, which is my Bountiful bookshelf. This is a supersized max colour. It's a Heaven and Earth Designs. The artwork is by Amy Stewart. I'm stitching this one on 18 count 2/1. Now, with this one, this is the one that I had to do everything with my left hand because at this point I'd had the diagnosis from the doctor to say, yeah, you got tennis elbow. You need to basically stop anything you're doing that's repetitive, which meant cross stitch. So I was like, okay, I still need to get it done. So I'm going to have to do it with like left hand. I'm stitching this one on 18 count 2/1. This is where you saw it last month. I believe this was on last month. And this is where we are now. Now, I totally get it. I totally get that I haven't really finished these books yet and that I've started on this one. So the plan for this one is when I work on this month, I am going to be opening the top up and I'm going to be making sure that everything is complete from the top, or that area that I, you know, so if my Q-snap comes to like here, I'm going to make sure everything above that for the whole of these books are completed above, and then I'm going to move the Q-snap down. I'm going to make sure that everything is completed below, because I do understand that, you know, I've kind of worked on to the next book. However, I haven't completed this book. This one's still got a few rogue stitches and this one's got very few, and then I still haven't completed this. So I totally get it, but I needed to get my stitch count in, and you know, this is really fiddly work because obviously it's quite close because all the, you know, it's just filling in the stitches. So I thought that actually what would be easier if I just started the next book, move my Q-snap, start the next book. It's all one colour. It's a lot easier. I can just do that left-handed. So I did all this left-handed. So yeah, and I did 508 stitches on this one. I literally finished it last night. I started it last night, finished it last night. 508 stitches. But yeah, so that is the plan. I totally get that I haven't finished the other one. So I do want to get I need all of these finished before I start on this book, because I'm working this instead of page by page. I'm working this project book by book. So this will be the next book to finish, then there'll be another book to finish, then another book, and that's how I'm working on this. But it's lovely, isn't it? 18 count 2/1. These CXC threads are just gorgeous. I absolutely love them. Really, really beautiful project. And I actually enjoy every single project that I work on. I love all of my projects. I'm lucky enough that I haven't got halfway through them and gone, oh, no, I don't like that. Apart from San Souci, which I'm still having a bit of a fight about. Oh, I just don't know what to do. I'm not keen on it. I'm feeling like, because I've already got one that's a monochromatic, which is my Resistance is Futile, I'm feeling that I want to have one that's maybe like 2 different colours. So I'm still fighting in my mind about what I'm going to do with that one. Hey ho. So the last one I've got to show you is my full coverage Fanatics. And I don't even know what colour full coverage Fanatics is this month. Anyone know what full coverage Fanatics is for December? So I don't know. So anyway, I don't know. Well, this month it was black. The only project I've got that's got black in it, because I'm not really a black girl, I'm a colour girl, is really this one, Lisa Parker. This is Rise of the Witches, the little black cat. This is really the only one where I've got a solid amount of black. Now it does say that you don't have to work on the colour, but the project you choose has to, like, basically if a kid was to kind of see your project and say what is the most colour in this project, that colour has to reference, you know, the full coverage Fanatic. So if it's got a lot of red in it, even though there might be other colours, then obviously, you know, that's the project you go for. So this is the one that I have the most black in it, is this one, Story Keep Rise of the Witches by Lisa Parker. So that's the one that I chose for this month's full coverage fanatics. I'd be interested to see what colour is for December. I'm not really too sure. So on this one I stitched 676 stitches. I'm at 10.28%. Oh, I'm at 4.94% on Bountiful Bookshelf. And on Yellow Dahlias, I'm 0.84%. I haven't done a very good job of keeping you up to date with these percentages, have I? So yeah, on Yellow Dahlias, I'm 0.84%. On Bountiful Bookshelf, which I've just shown you, I'm 4.94%, almost 5%. And this one, Rise of the Witches, I'm at 10.28%. So this is what it looked like last month. And this is where I am now. Again, is that the right way around? Yeah, again, I am going the whole kind of the stepped. I don't know why, I love the way it looks. I really do. So primarily, I worked on this area here. I know I haven't been working on the cat, but the cat is in sort of this area here. So I was just filling in my rogue stitches and, you know, just sharpening up this project a little bit, making it look a lot neater. So yeah, 676 stitches on this one. Again, this is one that I really like stitching on it. I'm 20 count 1/1 is this one. 20 count 1/1, that's what I'm stitching on this. I think, if I'm honest, 20 count is my go-to, and I wish a lot of the other ones I was doing 20 count. Certainly the books probably, I don't know, because I've got to then put the writing in, and that would make the writing incredibly small. So maybe the books isn't probably a good one to be 20 count. Maybe that was a good shout to keep it at 18 count. And I think Bountiful Bookshelf, I wanted it to be the biggest project it can be, and I don't like 14 count. So I thought, you know, actually 18 count would probably be, you know, a good shout for that one. And Alternative Reality, I probably, in hindsight, wish that was on 20 count to 1/1. However, I hadn't found my 20 count, my love for 20 count, until I had already started it. And I was pretty deep into it as well. It wasn't one that I'd only done like 300-400 stitches. Had I done only a few hundred stitches, I probably would have restarted it at 20 count. But yeah, so that is the stitching. I don't know what, I'm going to have a look to see what full coverage fanatics is this month while I talk to you about some other things. So some other things that has been going on this month is I have finally done I got the stickers back to go on my boxes. So basically I'm doing a turmeric. So one of the other businesses that I'm doing is a turmeric supplement. So I will put a picture in here what my label looks like for my turmeric. And I've got all the tubs, I've got all the packaging boxes, and these are just to go on the packaging box, you know, just as a, can't really see it very well. There you go. That's my logo. So yeah, got these back, got a few of those, which is great. The packaging boxes I received, all my tubs I received. I've got 50 kilograms of turmeric. I've got 18 pounds of black pepper. I don't need as much black pepper. What else? The arena guy is coming back to finish my arena. He says on the 11th of December. So I was still waiting for some money from my dad to send me some money through to finish it off. And in the meantime, my friend said to me, "Oh, Holes, who are you using for your arena?" And I told her, and I gave her his number. And originally she was literally just going to have the top of her arena resurfaced. She's got an indoor arena. So I was like, yeah, that's fine. I said, I'm kind of an in-between at the moment because I'm just waiting for some money from my dad so we can, you know, finish it. But I said, in the meantime, why don't you get him like working on your arena? And then once your arena's done, then obviously I'll have him back and yada, yada, yada. So she is having her covered arena resurfaced, like taking the surface off and resurfacing it. On top of which, she's now building an outdoor arena, which is a little bit of a nightmare for me because now I've got to wait a long time. I mean, by now I should have had my arena finished. And, you know, when I was talking to my contractor, he said, oh, it'll probably only be a few, you know, days, like a week max work with Claire, which meant that was fine because it just gives me some time to get the money back through from England. And now it's been like 4 weeks almost, and I'm getting a little bit, yeah. This arena has been going on for a long time, and I just feel like, you know, realistically, if it had been me, because she knows I'm desperate to finish with my arena, I would have said to him, surface my indoor arena, then go and do Holly's, finish Holly's off, and then come back and do my outdoor arena because she's got somewhere to ride. I don't. I've got nowhere to ride. And I do have one of my boarders who is pressuring me a little bit to get the arena done, which I totally appreciate because it was supposed to be done by end of November, beginning of December. And now we're in the 1st of December and he's at least another week and a half off before even coming back out again. So yeah, I'm feeling a little bit pressured, I'm not going to lie. So we're on full coverage fanatics. My internet is so incredibly slow. So whilst we're waiting for that, okay, so white. So December, oh, of course it is white. So, bear with me 1 second. Right, I've just turned my heater on as well, like as in like my big Mr. heater that's like 30,000 BTUs. It's amazing. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, you can't see it. It's down here. Like you can just see the corner of it here. That thing throws out some heat. Okay, so plans. So if full coverage fanatics is white, that means that this is probably going to be a good one to do. And it's Christmas. There's plenty of white on that. So I'll bring back out Santa and start working on that one. I believe the numbers for Whip Go are 12 and 20. So, oh my goodness. Hang on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. So, let me sort out my microphone. So yeah, full coverage fanatics is going to be Santa. And then this month is 12 and 20. They're the numbers for Whip Go this month, 12 and 20. So number 12 and 20 on the same Whip Go board actually is crossword, which is this one. This is a long dog sampler and I love this one. I am stitching this one using 2 colours on 32 count fabric. The colours that I'm using are 3041 and 29. Okay, 3041 and 29. They are the 2 colours that I'm using. And I'm stitching this one on a grey fabric. I believe I got it from... Gosh, where did I get it from? I genuinely can't remember where I got this fabric from. Don't know. But yeah, it's a grey fabric and it is 32 counts and I'm stitching it 2 over 2. So that's where we are so far. So I will enjoy getting that one out again, because I haven't got this one out for a while, and I love working on this one. So I have to work, so I'll be doing 1,000 stitches on that one, which is nice. I'm hoping that'll be another finish next month. Wishful thinking, next year. So I'll have that long dog sampler. So 1,000 stitches on that one. The other one, so that is 12 and 20. That's on the same whip go board. They just happen to be numbers where they were pulled up twice. So 12 and then 20. The next one is Henry VIII, 1,000 stitches and pink peonies. So where's 12? Oh my gosh. Okay, so 20 pink peonies. I'm seeing all this the other way around to you. 12 Henry VIII, 1,000 stitches. That's not confusing. So this is the Henry VIII design. So this is what I'll be working on, 1,000 stitches this month. Artwork, sorry, is by Hans Holbein, and it's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm working on that one 18 count 2/1. Again, I wanted a really big project. The next one I'm working on is Pink Peonies. That got called this month, which is this one, charted, I guess, by me. I did this on Threadbare. I'm stitching this one on 20 count 1/1. And I love this one. I love the colours. And then the next one I'll be working on is... Okay, so it should have been Twisted Band Sampler, 1 band, but obviously now I've completed that. So 20 is Peacock Love. So what I've done is the Twisted Band Sampler, I've just put in there Peacock Love. So instead of working on that 500 stitches, I'll be doing 1,000 stitches on this one. And that is Peacock Love. So this is a quick stitch, part of it's basically a smaller project from a larger one. And this is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and the artwork is by Josephine Wall. And I'm stitching this one on 18 count 2/1. Again, that's probably one I wished I was stitching on 20 count, just because I think I prefer the finish, but hey ho. Again, for me it was like making it a little bit bigger, but actually probably would look better if it was 20 count. But there we are. So let me go into my whip go boards a bit. Okay, if they want to go on the floor, they can go on the floor. I must be mad. I've got 4 whip go boards, but there is a reason. There's like method in my madness. So obviously I've got 3 whip go boards already, you know, so another one is not going to be a massive issue. Look how nice and neat these whip go boards are. Like when they're like fresh out of the computer and they've not, you know, got rat's tails all over them, being thrown across floors and stood on and whatever. So they're very similar to the last ones. So I've got under 100,000 stitches, which is this one here. So all these projects, I've got under 100,000 stitches. The next one, which is a new one, are non-full coverage and samplers. So your Resistance is Futile, the Croswell, Autumn Jumble, Stormy, Royal Games, Quaker, those sort of things. So these are any projects that aren't full coverage. So there's those. Any of the projects that are over 100,000 stitches are here. So this one is over 100,000 stitches. So these would be Bountiful Bookshelf, Henry VIII, It's About Time, All Hallows Eve. These are all of my projects that are big projects, probably the bigger projects. So I've got, you know, a whole board for that. And then this is the one that is a little bit different. So I did have a whip go board for any projects over 50%. But this time what I've done, and I've got a feeling, I can't remember who it was. I think it was the Aussie Stitcher. I think. She mentioned to me that what you can do is any projects that you're near finishing, split those projects, or split the stitch, however many stitches you've got left on those projects, and work out how many stitches you need to do for the whole entire year in order to complete that project 100%. So, although I've got Peacock Love 666, that is, obviously I've got another 1,000 coming off this. So, I mean, that's not a problem. What I'll probably do is just carry on doing the 666 stitches. And then once I finish it, if I finish it, I'll just pick another project on here. So, I've only got 3 projects on this whip go board. I've got Peacock Love, Grace Face 2 and Bookshelf. So Peacock Love you've seen because I just showed it to you. Bookshelf, which is the one, not the Bountiful Bookshelf, but books. And the other one, Grace Face 2, which everyone's seen. I just haven't got it out. So in order for me to get 3 finishes next year, Peacock Love, Grace Face 2 and Bookshelf, I need to stitch 666 stitches on Peacock Love, anytime that's called. 1,000 stitches on Grace Face 2, anytime that's called. And 1,000 stitches on Bookshelf, anytime that's called. Now, Bookshelf is going to be relatively easy because a lot of it is block colour. Peacock Love, you know, we're only 166 stitches over what I would do normally, so that's not an issue either. The only one that's a very slight concern, although it's not too bad at the moment because most of my confetti has been done, is Grace Face 2, 1,000 stitches, because there's still a bit of confetti, and you know, confetti takes a little bit of time. But I have only got 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. That can't be right. 9,000 stitches. Oh, hang on. Okay, I'm having a blonde moment. So I've only got 3,000 stitches left to stitch for Grace Face because I'm at 90%. So I was like, how? I don't understand that. So we've got 1, 2. Oh, my battery's not in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 3,041 divided by 9. I only have to do 338 stitches on each one. That's a little bit better. Because what that means is, let me just cross that out, is that, you know, if I'm having a good day, I can just move on to Bookshelf. 338. I thought that looked wrong. I was like, that doesn't look right at all. 338. So I've only got to do, okay, so for me to get this finished for the whole entire year, I only have to stitch 338 stitches. However, that's not to say that on 1 month, if I feel like it, I can go above and beyond and stitch 1,000 stitches. It just means that, you know, like I did on this one, I finished Twisted Band Sampler. So, you know, I will just take up that with another project that I'm yet to finish. So yeah, okay, so that's not so bad. So Peacock Love, I've only got to do 666 stitches to finish. Bookshelf, and I think Bookshelf was a little bit more. Bookshelf is, I've only done 19,000 and there was 30,000. So that's 11,000. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So even that's not right. So I think I need to go over this again. I'm at 64% on that. But anyway, you get the gist of it. I'll have to go through and make sure my maths adds up, because maths is my strong point. I mean, I'm an accountant, so. However, I must have been having a blonde moment doing this. So I did this after I finished the Bountiful bookshelf bit. I sat and did this, and yeah, I clearly need to redo it. But the great thing is if I can make Grace Face 2 like 500 stitches, for example, on the other ones, the bookshelf, I can then, you know, add more stitches onto that one. So that's not too bad. But yeah, that's the general gist. The general gist is I've got 3 projects that I want to finish this year, and I have just divided the amount of stitches by the amount of squares, and worked out that in order for me to get finished, I have to do a minimum of this many stitches in order to get that completed. Now, this wouldn't be a bad thing for me to do with Bountiful bookshelf, you know, because I don't know how many stitches I've done with Bountiful bookshelf, but there's over 700 stitches to do on that. So 713, and at the moment I'm at 35,000, and I must have been working on it for a bloody long time. 3 years, 2 years. I want to get this done in 11 years. It's not going to happen, is it? Because that's not 35,000 stitches a year. That's like 10,000 a year. So this is going to take me like 700 years. Yeah, so we might need to rethink this. I might have to put Bountiful bookshelf. I don't know what to do about that one. Even if I make Bountiful bookshelf 1,000 stitches, it's still a lot, isn't it? Or what I might have to do is make sure that every single month I am working on Bountiful bookshelf, whether it gets pulled or not. So that might be something I need to do, but I need to put down a plan of how I'm going to get my bigger projects finished. Well, not even finished, but you know, it's a lot, isn't it? So that is kind of it, really. I don't think I've got anything else to go through. I bought some diamond painting bits. I kind of assumed that if I'm going to take a break out of my stitching, I can do some diamond painting. I kind of got back into that a little bit, but I won't bore you with the details. So I bought some, I bought a lot. See, again, all my diamond painting stuff is at home. So I bought 3 diamond paintings, and they're really nice. They're like 70 by 90. And I have got all of the packets of drills, and I bought some like really nice storage. They're little round storage. I don't know what you'd call them. They're little storage containers, but they're round, but about this tall. And there's 64 of them, I believe, in one little thing. Was there 64 or was there 60? It might be 60, something like that. But yeah, also what I did buy, and I haven't received it yet, is I've still got a massive bag of thread that is driving me nuts, that I haven't sorted into those other boxes. You see those boxes there, 1 and 2? My storage system is not working for me because I've not got the minerals to sit down there and put all these little things in each bag, having to pull them out, and you know, it's really jammed. Realistically, I need 3 of these babies, but I just don't have the space. So I mean, they're really tightly jammed at the moment, and it's just not, for me, it's just not working. So these are going to be used for any threads that I've got bobbinated already. They're just going to be thrown in those little bags, and they're going to go in that little box. Now, what I did buy, and I don't think that I printed them out. They're called Iris USA, and they're about this big, and there's 64 little drawers in them. And if you go onto Cross Stitch Unlimited and you put in Iris USA storage, floss storage, for example, that is what comes up. So what I've done is I have bought 4 of those because I want the full set. I'm only interested in 1 to 3,000, whatever it is. I'm not interested in like variegated or Etoile, E2OILE, whatever it is, you know, all the other. I'm only interested in what I can buy CXC, you know, basically. And I can't remember who it is. Rose something. I don't know what's the other. Rose to Me. Okay, oh yeah, I think it's Rose to Me. So they're the 1 to 35 threads that I buy, and then I buy the CXC. So I was thinking if I had these boxes, which they will be received next week. So in December's video, that'll be after Christmas. That's quite scary, isn't it? We've literally, this next month, Christmas is coming. So in December, I would have received that, and I'll be able to show you. And I also bought from Pip and Chip, which were a little bit expensive, but you know what? Sometimes to get what you need, you kind of have to go the extra mile. I bought, hang on, let me just turn this off. I bought, so Pip and Chip do these little kind of bobbins, right? And I'm not interested in the bobbins, but on top of that, they also sell the stickers to go on the bobbins. And they do 1 to 35. Now, I bought these stickers to go on my little containers for my diamond painting containers. And, you know, these kind of would have been ideal because what I'm doing is in one drawer, I'm putting 2 different colours. So these, I got obviously the heart ones because I love hearts, but they don't do these in 1 to 35. So they start at 150, which diamond painting is not an issue because diamond painting starts at 150. You don't have colours 1 through 35 in diamond painting, so that's not a problem. So these are fine. I primarily bought these to go on my little jar things for my diamond painting. But I wanted something similar to this that could go on the little drawers, so I can have two stickers per drawer. Now, I've been doing some research and I couldn't find anything on Amazon, couldn't find anything on AliExpress. And then I went on to Etsy, and Pip and Chip do 1 to 35 plus all the, it's going to bug the hell out of me, sorry, bear with. 1 to 35 plus all of the other numbers for CXC. Which is perfect for me. That's exactly what I need. So they were, I think they cost like £22. And then I had to pay like an extra tenner to get it shipped over to the States because they're UK based. Which you can't complain because, you know, when I was living in the UK and I wanted to get stuff, it was always, oh gosh, they're always in the USA. Everywhere, everything where everything cool is always in the USA. So, you know, it's not a problem. It's fine. So once I've got them though, I've got them. And they are going to be my new storage system for my floss. And I think that is going to work so much better because I've still got 2 bags of that floss. You know, when I mean, this is floss that I bought back in the summer, and I bought, I can't even, maybe 300-400 skeins. And I was just like, yeah, I'm going to do a, you know, organise with me video. And I did probably like half a bag. And the other 2.5 bags are sat down the bottom, like they haven't moved, because it's driving me nuts. So what I want to do is going to be so much easier if I put them all in number order, and then I can just pull out a drawer and go, yep, bang, done. Yep, bang, done. Yep, bang, done. And that's it. And then it's going to be so much easier for me to, you know, get floss and also keep a tally on what I've got, so I can just pull out the drawer. You know, I say like, right, I need 150, so pull out 150 drawer. Right, I need 2 of those skeins. Great, got 2 of those. How many have I got left? I've only got 1. Right, put that down on my tally. So I need to make sure, where I want to be is I want to have like at least 6 skeins of each colour. So if I'm ever kitting stuff up, I don't have to wait for anything. I've always got, you know, 6 of everything. And actually, generally, I'd ever really need any more than 6 of one skein, unless it's, you know, black. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm going with that. So I'll be able to share that with you when I see you next. But yeah, so apart from that, I am really looking forward to doing that, organise. Yeah, to organise those threads. And I'm just going to stick on a film, like Bedknobs and Broomsticks, because I do love my Disney. And I'm going to sit there and organise all my own threads. And then as I'm doing that, I can put a tally of what I've got, because I love knowing what I've got and what I haven't. So yeah, that is kind of it really. Don't want to bore you with any more details. I told you it was a bit chillier. It's not chilly, it's like 8 degrees. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, maybe 40 something, 48, 49. But you know, it's been raining, so I kept the horse's rugs on today, because my mare, although she's got, you know, she hasn't been clipped out, she's got a coat. When she is wet and it's not warm outside, she shivers, she's chilly. So I prefer her to be a little bit on the warmer side, than to be like, oh, I'm so cold. And it's going to be raining all day today, later on, all night. And there's nothing worse than putting a rug on a horse that's soaking wet, you know, because at night the temperatures drop down to stupid, like, you know, well, not stupid. I think they're dropping down to like 4 or 5 degrees, which is in the 38, 39 kind of era, maybe 40 type thing, you know, really, really low 40s, high 30s. So, you know, when she's been wet and then she's got a rug on, she gets cold. And the other mare is exactly the same, so I just treat them the same. But yeah, so it's a little bit miserable out here at the moment. The trees have lost all their leaves, which is sad. My deck was a nightmare for having all the leaves like fly down on my deck. I need a leaf blower. That would save my time so much. I was constantly out there like with a, you know, what do you call it? Not a shovel, the other thing, a brush, a broom, you know, literally trying to get all the leaves off my deck, because it just makes my deck look so messy. But yeah, so, well, that's it, I think. I'll stop mumbling now. Yeah, enjoying life still. Life's good. I went to a friend's for Thanksgiving. That was nice. I made the roast potatoes and a key lime pie. I know it's not really Thanksgiving thing, it's more of a summer thing, I get that, enough people told me. But we had, what did we have? Pecan pie, apple pie. We had quite a lot of heavy desserts, and I said to them, do you want me to bring something a little bit lighter, like, you know, a key lime pie or something? Everyone's like, yes. In fact, like, only 2 people had the pecan pie, and my key lime pie went down like literally a lead balloon. Everyone loved it, so I was really, really happy. So yeah, Christmas, probably not going to do anything for Christmas. None of my family are here, so I'll probably be on my own. But it's all right. I've got my cats. I've got some mulled wine. I'm going to make my own mince pies. So I'm going to make my own pastry. I'm going to make my own mincemeat. So went to the farmer's market and I've got sultanas. I have raisins. I've got candied peel, lemon. What else do you need? Orange, cherry, and then I've got an apple. Granny Smith apparently works the best, and some like almonds, you know, crunched almonds. So I'm gonna make my own mincemeat. Oh, and I've got some brandy, but I need to get a move on, because that was a full bottle of brandy, and it's like got about this much left. And I actually bought that for the mince pies, but I've been drinking it instead. So I need to get on that, so that I don't, yeah. Anyway, right, I'm going to go now. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And I hope that you join me in my next video in December. A massive thank you to all of my subscribers and all of you that have followed my journey. I really do appreciate it, and keep your comments coming, guys. I absolutely love reading the comments. I really do. I do reply to each and every one of you, and if I haven't, it's because I've missed it, not because I'm being rude. So just like, you know, send me another message, go, oi, missus, you haven't, you know, replied to my... I do occasionally go down to make sure I've got reply. But sometimes, you know, when I have loads and loads of notifications, things get missed, and that's the only reason why I haven't come back to you, not because I'm ignoring you, I promise. But yeah, keep the comments, guys. I love it. It's, you know, it keeps me in the spirit of things, and I love hearing about them. And yes, wish me luck for my 40th birthday on the 8th of December. I'm like quite scared. We are, me and a few girls from church, there's like 12 or 14 of us. We're going to watch A Christmas Carol at the theatre. So that's really nice. I said to them, I'd really like to go to the theatre. Does anyone want to come, you know, for my birthday? And then the next, so that's a Friday night, which is the 8th of December. And then on the Saturday, I'm going to watch the ballet, Nutcracker, with some other friends. So this birthday is going to be really quite nice. So yeah, hey ho. Okay, well, happy stitching, everyone. Have a fantastic Christmas, because I'm not going to see you again until after Christmas. Am I? We were the 1st of December. Yeah, so it'll be 1st of January next time I see you. So yeah, I know we're in December, guys, but have a fantastic Christmas. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.